Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Get out of my car. Don't tell me what to do. Okay?
You want to see what I was doing over here with my phone?
Here you go.
It's on me, my phone.
Okay, good
you have
for
no
you.
right to be in my car.
You don't know the law.
I do.
Oh,
it's
you
called
do.
Terry versus Ohio, 1962.
Yeah,
Set precedence for the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. You know what the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution
Yes,
is?
I do.
Okay,
Yes, I
tell me
do.
what it is.
I'm
Tell
not
me what it is.
explaining myself to you.
Unreasonable search and seizure. Get the fuck out of my car.
Chicago police officers would pull over popular investigative reporter Joey Petruzzi, also known as Disorderly Product News, for allegedly not wearing his seatbelt. This very bizarre interaction escalates when Officer Stephen Gregory claims that Mr. Petruzzi was leaning over at the start of the traffic stop. After a quick back and forth, Officer Gregory commands Mr. Petruzzi to exit his vehicle. While Mr. Petruzzi is exiting his vehicle, Officer Kimberly Oppedisano proceeds to open Mr. Petruzzi's passenger car door and begins searching his vehicle. When Mr. Petruzzi sees Officer Oppedisano doing this, he immediately expresses his disdain for the illegal search of his vehicle.
My famous video was me getting pulled over, and I got into it with this cop. I was driving. An unmarked car pulled me over. Two officers. I'm on the west side of Chicago. I'm white. I know they're narcotics officers. They pull me over. They say it's a seatbelt. I know they're not pulling me over for a seatbelt. Narcotics officers are not pulling me over for a seatbelt at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Monday. They think I have drugs on me. Now, normally, it's when I drive one car, because I go to school. I went to school down there, and you have to go from my neighborhood. You have to go through the west side. And I had a business, so I had to do business over there. So I had to go through there. Now, when I drove my nice car, I never got pulled over. When I drove the delivery car, I got pulled over, and I always got pulled over by the tactical officers. I always got pulled over by the gun, narcotics, those guys. Never the blue and whites. Never the blue and white, because they're not really looking for a seatbelt. It's called a pretextual stop. They're going to pull you over on the pretext of the seatbelt. That's the legal justification for pulling you over. Then they're going to go over the next hurdle to get inside your car. So when they pulled me over, I'm like, I know my rights too much. There's no way they're getting inside this car. So when he first comes up to the car, I go, is your body camera on? He goes, why? I go, is your body camera on? He goes, why? I go, is your body camera on? He goes, why? And then I said it the fourth time, and then he slowly put his hand and he touched his body camera. Now, why he did that is because when you hit the body camera, it goes back 30 seconds, but there's no sound. So he's just trying to waste time so it catches up, because he doesn't know what he was doing 30 seconds ago. So as long as he keeps on saying why, you know why more than I do. Like the federal consent decree, the Department of Justice says you have to put it on anytime you interact with the public. Your own policy says you have to put it on anytime you interact with the public. And you're about to accuse me of throwing a gun underneath my seat. That's what he accused me of.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I said, of course.
Okay.
What do you pull me over for?
Seatbelt.
Okay.
I'll write it down for you.
All right.
Would you lean over and put it on the seat when I pulled you over? Huh?
I don't answer questions, man.
Went up for me, Joseph.
Man, there's nothing underneath the seat.
When you lean over in the seat, when I pull you over,
I went to get my phone. I
don't know.
What's your reason for pulling me out of the car?
I told you, you need a seatbelt on first.
Okay, that's okay. So write me a sticker for the seatbelt.
And then when you lean over and put something that looks like you're leaning over, put something on the seat. I don't know if you're trying to hide a weapon.
Well, it has to be a Terry stop. You need to have clear and articulable evidence that I committed a crime. Okay, what's the evidence of? Leaning over is a crime?
Trying to hide a weapon. I don't know that.
Okay, so what are you going to do? You cannot I didn't.
Yes, I
This
can.
is a Terry stop, right? It has to qualify as a Terry stop. You have
Come
to.
on
I'm not getting out of the car. I didn't do anything wrong. Me leaning over and you believing I touched something means nothing. And then he says, what did you throw underneath your seat? Now, when they pull me over, police don't have x-ray vision. They don't have any kind of vision that you don't have. When you're behind somebody at a stoplight and they get I got my phone out of my pocket. However the back of my head moves to get my phone out of my pocket is how the back of my head moved. To them, they said, oh, his back of his head moved. We'll say that he was throwing somebody to seat. It might be a gun. Now, legally, they can do this. The Supreme Court has upheld for officer safety if they believe. Now, these two things have to be present. Yeah. If they believe I have a weapon and I'm going to use it against them. Not that I just have that I have a weapon. They have to believe I have a weapon and that I'm going to use that against them. If they're in fear for their safety, they can pull me out of the car and check the immediate vicinity. So they use that excuse because remember, they're not pulling me over for my seatbelt. They're trying to get in my car. So that's what they did. They said, what did you throw underneath the seat? Did you throw a gun? I said, I don't answer any questions. If you watch that tape, the reason why I could beat them all day and why they didn't show up for court and why I'll keep on beating them for every ethics in front of every ethics board and every case that we're still going on with this is if you watch that tape, watch that officer coming up to my car. He puts both his hands on my door and he leans on my door, all his body weight. Then he takes my ID and looks at it with both his hands, with his head down. Now, I'm a guy that has a weapon and is going to shoot him. He's not standing on an angle with his hand on his gun. He has to believe I'm a deadly person who's going to shoot him. He puts every single one of his major organs right in my window, perpendicular to me. You're just literally giving me your spleen, your liver, your heart, and your head to shoot because you think I have a gun. Right? So you can't say I have a gun. Yeah. Every action you're showing shows that you don't think I have a gun. Like you're saying this because you want to get in my car, but nothing about what you're saying is what you believe.
Yes. You had to. I'm not getting out of the car. I didn't do anything wrong. Me leaning over and you believing I touched something means nothing.
Means nothing. That's not a crime. I didn't do anything wrong.
Sir, exit the vehicle.
You got nothing to hide.
It's okay. We're all being recorded. We're all being recorded, man.
Okay, so then why are you getting so excited that I'm recording? If we're all being recorded.
That's fine. I just want to let you know.
What are you doing?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Sir, exit the vehicle.
You got nothing to hide.
It's okay. We're all being recorded. We have audio and visual recordings.
Why are you getting so excited that I'm recording if we're all being recorded?
That's fine. I just want to let you know.
What are you doing?
So I get up and I'm outside the car and he went to put his hand in my pocket. I'm like, you're allowed to do a cursory search of my person, and he didn't even understand what that meant. He's like, I'm not. And then he took my hand out of my pocket. He heard the words, but he didn't know what it meant. And then he patted me down and then he goes, I didn't do that. I did a protective pat down. I'm like, that is a cursory search. That's what it is. Literally the same thing. Like you just can't go in my pockets. They can pat me down for a weapon. So that's what I told him. And then she's on the other side of the car and she said, you don't know what you're talking. I said, get out of my car. I did not give you permission to go in my car. She goes, you don't know what you're talking about. I go, yes, I do. I go, it's 1968 Supreme Court case, Terry versus Ohio, set precedent for the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. Do you know what the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution is? She goes, yes, I do. I go, what is it? She goes, I don't have to tell you. I go, what is it? I don't have to tell you. Illegal search and seizure. Get the fuck out of my car.
I'm patting you down.
You're allowed to do a cursory search of my person.
It's a pat down.
Why is she searching my car? Why is she? I did not give her permission to search my car. Me leaning over is not a crime. That's not exactly. You don't know. You have that clear and articulate. You just said the magic word. You don't know. Exactly. You don't know. And you need to have clear and articulable evidence.
You need to have clear and articulable evidence I am. So you saying you just don't know? You got insurance on the car, Joseph?
You have
Where's your
insurance?
insurance?
Why is she in my car?
Do you have insurance on the car?
I'm not. Why is she in my
Do
car?
you have insurance on the car?
Of course I have
Because
insurance.
I wanted to see what you were leaning
Get
over
out of my
doing.
car.
Don't tell me what to do.
Where's your insurance?
Okay?
You want to see
When
what I was leaning over? Get it with my phone.
Here
It's
you go.
on me.
Hey.
It's on me. My phone.
Okay,
You
good
have
for
no
you.
right to be in my car.
Do
You
have
don't know the
insurance?
law.
I do.
Oh,
It's
you
called
do.
Terry versus Ohio, 1962.
Yeah,
Set precedent
okay.
for the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. You know what the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution
Yes,
is?
I do.
Okay,
Yes,
tell
I
me
do.
what it is.
Do you have
I'm
insurance?
Tell me
not
what it is.
explaining myself to you.
Unreasonable search and seizure. Get the fuck out of my car.
Just don't I'm patting you down. Make sure there's
You're
no
allowed to do a cursory search of my person.
It's a pat down there.
Why is she searching my car? Why is she? I did not give her permission to search my car. Me leaning over is not a crime.
know.
That's not exactly. You don't know. You have that clear and articulate. You just said that. You just said the magic words.
we don't
You don't
know.
know.
How does
Exactly.
someone-
You don't know. And you need to have clear and articulable evidence if I am. You need to have clear and articulable evidence I am. So you saying you just don't know?
You got insurance on the car, Joseph? You have insurance on the
Why
car?
is she in my car?
Do you have insurance on the car?
I'm not. Why is she in my
Do
car?
you have insurance on the car?
Of course I have
Because
insurance.
I wanted to see what you were leaning
Get
over
out of my
doing.
car.
Don't tell me what to do.
Where's your insurance?
Okay?
You want to
When
see what I was leaning over? Get it with my phone.
Here you
It's
go.
on me. It's on me. My phone.
Okay, good
You have
for
no
you.
right to be in my car.
You don't know the law.
I do.
Oh,
it's
you
called
do.
Terry versus Ohio, 1962.
Yeah,
Set precedent
okay.
for the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. You know what the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution
Yes,
is?
I do.
Okay,
Yes, I
tell me
do.
what it is.
Do you have
I'm
Tell me
not
what it is.
explaining myself to you.
Unreasonable search and seizure. Get the fuck out of my car.
Hey.
Do you have,
Okay.
you have
Relax.
insurance on the car?
You have
Of course I have
this
insurance on the car.
Okay, well,
She
where's
has
your-
no
why
right to
are
be
you-
in
why
my
are you
car
acting like this?
because you're
Is there
breaking
insurance
here?
you're
Where's your
breaking my
insurance?
constitutional
Hey.
rights.
Where's your insurance on
Just
the car?
insurance. Where's your insurance?
It's in my car.
Okay,
Where
that's
in the
where
car?
at in the car?
I don't know. I don't know. You pulled
Would
me
it
over for a
be-
seatbelt. A seatbelt. Why are you in my car? Because I leaned over.
Because you leaned over, you could be
That's
hiding
your
a
clear-
weapon. I don't know
Okay,
that.
you just did a
Listen.
cursory search of my
No, I
person.
didn't. I did a protective
You did a
pat
cursory
down. I
search
didn't
of
go
my
in your
person.
pocket.
I
touched
know
the
you
outer
did it.
guards.
That's a cursory search.
It's called a
Just keep your hands
protective
up.
pat down.
Relax.
Oh my
Relax,
God,
relax.
dude! I'm telling
Do
you,
you have
you did the-
insurance on the car?
Where is the insurance?
Where's the insurance?
in the car.
Where?
Where at?
We've already had this conversation. I don't know. I had to be in the car and look for it.
Well, be my guest now.
Point to where?
Be my guest? Okay, I will. What are you doing,
Hey,
dude?
Close the door
Just
on my,
relax.
on my hand.
Relax,
You put
dude.
your hand in the middle of
Let me
this
see the
traffic.
insurance.
Just find your insurance. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Vic. Oh, you got it? Hey, just stay calm, bro. That's all. Just stay calm. Just stay calm.
I didn't do anything wrong.
It's understandable.
You have valid insurance? This expired March 11th, 20.
This was effective March. What does that say? Expiration date 3/12/2020. And you're the one searching my car. You're searching my car. You can't even read a fucking insurance. You're a fucking joke.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be back with your ticket.
Yeah. Hurry up, motherfucker. Yeah. Hurry up. Hurry up. And bring back your ID cards. Bring back your business cards. Make sure you do that. No, bring back your business card. You're out of your fucking mind, dude. You're out of your fucking mind. How dare you go in my fucking car? How dare you go in my car?
Relax, bro.
Unreasonable search and seizure. He said because I was leaning over. What crime is that? What crime is it to lean over in your own car? Clearly articulate what crime that is.
Relax, bro.
You guys are out your mind, dude.
Sir, would you like me to explain it to you, or keep going?
I don't need you to explain anything to me.
Okay, because you know the law, you know everything?
I do know the law. I do know the law. It has to qualify as a Terry stop. It has to qualify as a Terry stop. He took me out of the car because he believed I had a weapon on me. So he can do a cursory search of my person for a weapon. They by no means can enter my car.
Why did he believe you had a weapon?
You'd have to ask him.
Where'd you reach to?
But because I leaned over, that's why he believed I had a weapon? So
It is. When somebody gets pulled over and they want to hide something, you see their head go down and do some stuff. It's reasonable suspicion to believe, okay, are hiding something.
Okay.
Reasonable suspicion. It's not a crime to leave.
Okay, that I'm doing what? What's the crime? Reasonable suspicion of what crime?
Hiding something.
Come on, dude. That's so... Okay, keep that. That's got to be your defense in court. Somebody bending over. Somebody moving. That's if I was moving. I'm not even saying I was moving.
We don't know what happened. We
said
seen when we rolled up.
I never said anything. I said that's what he
You
said.
said you leaned over.
I said I leaned over.
Yeah, you said you leaned over.
I said, she asked me what I was getting. It was my phone on my pocket. That's not leaning over here. My phone is in my pocket here. That's not leaning over there.
After the fact.
That's why I'm trying to
Seen
explain
us
to you.
pull up
That's why.
after the fact. I don't know why it transpired.
Is your body camera on?
Yeah, my body camera's on.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Can I have your name? Can I have your...
Get everything from them.
No, but I need yours. You're on scene. You're acting official pass.
We don't have business cards, man. We don't have
What
business
is it?
cards.
Jurassic?
Jurassic 6998.
What's yours?
Alvarado 7118.
Can you move your hands so I can see it? Alvarado 7. Where are you guys out of? Grand Central?
25th District. That's correct.
Alright, I got you.
You reside in Chicago or suburbs? Yeah. He's got you. Oh, yeah, I do too. They'll give you what's called an ISR receipt, alright? Investigatory stop receipt. With his star number and all that. Okay?
Okay, that's very old there, man.
Just hang tight, man. What are you looking for?
My phone's underneath my seat.
Your phone? How many phones you got, brother?
This is the one that fell underneath the seat.
Oh, that's the one you... Okay.
I went in my pocket and it fell underneath the seat. That's why she's thinking... But, hold on. If I'm in right here, it falls right here. How am I... She's looking on these hairs. She can...
But are you reaching under something?
What? I didn't never reach under it.
Just relax, brother. That's all. You'll be on your way, right? Just relax. Are those all company phones?
What is it? 6998 Jurassic Alvarado.
Ask. He'll tell you his.
I can't. 7118.
6998.
I know. You've been this. If anybody's been a gentleman here, it's been Jurassic. I mean, I understand you have. You have. I understand you have to back these guys up, but they were totally out of line, completely out of line. I have done nothing wrong. I am a hardworking American. I pay my taxes. I own my own business. To be pulled over for a seatbelt and then she's digging through my car? They're narc officers. They don't pull over people for seatbelts. They pull people over for drugs. Okay? Because I'm white in a black neighborhood. That's exactly why they pulled me over.
Alright, they'll explain all the citations to you.
He didn't even have a ticket book. He had to get it from you.
There's your license back.
What's your name and badge number?
It's Gregory. It's right here. I'm going to give you a receipt.
I don't care about that. I'm asking you. Tell me
It's right
what your
here.
name.
Gregory,
No.
9960.
Gregory 9960. Where's your partner at? What's her name and badge number?
It's all on here.
No. I want her. I'm
Oppedisano.
asking her. No, she can't
I'm telling
sit.
you.
No, she doesn't get to sit in the car now.
I'm telling you.
She does. No, she does not get to sit in the car now.
It's right here.
I'm going to get her on tape.
You already got it. We're all on tape. It's all been recorded.
Listen.
Here's
what is her name and badge number?
It's right here.
Okay, tell me it.
Oppedisano.
I can't
just
read.
told you.
Who told you I can read?
Well,
What's her name and badge number?
It's not okay. Oppedisano.
Oppedisano. How do you spell that?
13053.
Pedisano or Oppedisano?
Oppedisano. It's all right here.
And
Here's
where
your
do you work
traffic
out
ticket.
of? What command do you work out of?
I'm sorry. What?
Where do you work out of? Where do you do roll call? When they go roll call and they say,
I don't do a roll call, buddy.
okay,
Where do you work out of?
Here,
Is
I'm gonna give you
that
this.
where do you
I'm gonna
work
sit
out
right
of?
here.
Do you work out of
Where's
Grand
your
Central?
receipt? Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I told you that already. Here's your tickets. You can mail it in. You got your license.
I'm gonna mail those in. Yeah, sure.
There you go. Have a great
Make sure
day.
you show up for court. Make sure you show up. Make sure you show up for court. Make sure you show up for court. Make sure you show up for court. This is her right here. This is the one. Right there. Right there.
It's me.
Yeah, it is you. I'll see you in court. I'll see you in court, sweetheart. Learn the difference between expiration and effective, dummy. You fucking moron. Two fucking morons in a car. Two fucking morons in a car. Make sure you show up in court.
That video went viral because I was snapping on him. And I told the officer, I said, I forget how the conversation went, but it was a female officer, and she's on the other side of my car. I'm on this side of my car. And I did a FOIA request. I got the body camera footage. The whole time she's telling me, oh, put your camera down. We're all recording. And the other narcotics officer saying he's recording. I did a FOIA request. Neither one of their body cameras were on. And even if they were on, I couldn't get access to them. So you telling me to throw my camera back does me no good. I don't have, but the other two officers showed up like 10 seconds into it. They turned their body cameras on because they don't know what these two officers did. So they don't want to be legally responsible. So they're definitely turning their body cameras on because they don't want to be in the middle of whatever they're doing. And that's kind of like the soundbite that went viral. And that's how Disorderly Product News, that was the first video for Disorderly Product News.
In the end, Joey Petruzzi would receive a ticket for allegedly not wearing his seatbelt. Officer Kimberly Oppedisano and Officer Stephen Gregory did not show up to court. As a result, Mr. Petruzzi's ticket of allegedly not wearing his seatbelt would be dismissed. 2 days after this incident, Joey Petruzzi would file a complaint with the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, or COPA, citing the illegal detention, the unjustified pat-down of his person, and the illegal search of his vehicle. COPA's findings were the following. The allegation of the illegal detention was not sustained. The allegation of the unjustified pat-down was sustained, and the recommended disciplinary action was a 10-day suspension. The allegation of illegally searching Mr. Petruzzi's vehicle was also sustained, and that too had a recommended disciplinary action of a 10-day suspension. I looked over the personnel file of both Officer Kimberly Oppedisano and Officer Stephen Gregory, and what I found may or may not surprise you. According to the Citizens Police Data Project, which is a database that keeps track of police complaints of misconduct in Chicago, I found that both Officer Oppedisano and Officer Gregory have a lengthy history of police misconduct. Officer Oppedisano has at least 14 separate complaints since 2006, 6 of which were use of force complaints, and at least 2 of which were for illegal searches. Officer Gregory has at least 16 separate complaints since 2002, 4 of which were use of force complaints, and 5 of which were for illegal searches. Both officers are still active members of the Chicago Police Department. For those of you that did not know, Joey passed away on October 27th of 2022. As someone who talked to Joey on a regular basis, I had known for a while that he had been diagnosed with diabetes. Although I had concerns for Joey's health, I never could have imagined this outcome. Joey always wanted me to visit him in Chicago, but due to work and other family obligations, I never could. This will remain as being one of my biggest regrets in my life. He was an extremely close friend of mine and someone I always confided in. I'll always remember Joey as being a stubborn, brave, loyal, fearless, and loving friend and colleague. I miss you so much, Joey. And although I never visited you in Chicago, I know one day I'll be seeing you again in heaven. Thank you for being my brother.